Hi everyone, it's Tracy from, Tracy Tries Journaling, and I'm going to try this again. I already started it once, but we had a dog emergency and I ended up running between three neighbors' yards. But what are you going to do? They need to go out. So this today is a little journey through my latest journal that I've made. I've taken inspiration as I was sorting and organizing. I came across some digitals that I had printed off and saved from FillingBookshelves. And something about the colors, the muted, beautiful colors, just sort of stuck with me. And I thought, this will be my next journal. So we have it was an old book that I've used, and I've put in 3 signatures, hidden spine, it's a flat spine, and I have covered it with the upholstery fabric, more of the upholstery fabric that I have from the sample books. So this is part of the fabric and this is part of the fabric, and this is like a velour, like a velvet. And so I've just trimmed with a little piece of trim here and this sweet little I don't know if this is tatting but it's just so cute. And this is, I think, one of those Tim Holtz like clips that you can like put a place card or something in. So I've used a vintage costume jewelry. This is Monet, a clip-on earring, just to add a little bit of extra. And I was trying to decide on what to do to hold the cover together, and I went on a scavenger hunt through my things, which I've told you before are all over the house, right? So I finally decided on 2 ribbons, this cross grain in the green, and then this beautiful one. I love this. So just 2 of those to hold it together. No fighting. You get to be together. So we open it up, and this is about 8 inches by about 5.5. I think it has 90 to 100 pages. I can't remember where I've actually written it down. It's on a piece of paper that I took somewhere else. So this again is the FillingBookshelves kit. I've used, I think, 2 or 3 of her kits in here. And so this is the inside cover, and I've just thrown in a couple eyelets there just to, or sorry, brads, just to give it a little extra dimension there. And this is the cover of the original, or the title page of the original book in Orchard Glen. And this is from a napkin, and I've just glue sticked it on there, and it's really pretty. And tried to bring out a little bit of blue in the middle. And on the back of the book, we can see it was published in 1918. That's just a little piece from the kit that I used just as a little tuck there. A couple pieces from the kit, and then this little tag that I collaged. And so on this page, this is my blueberry dyed paper. This is part from the kit, and I've just made a corner tuck with this film slide, and I think you can actually see it's a house. And it's funny because I think the house is actually even blue too, and that's just a tiny, tiny little stamp I had that I added there, and the acetate stamped clock. And in here we have, I think this is like a reminder or an advertising card from 1947. And I love those stamps that they used to have. Everything was prettier back in the day. So this is another part of the kit here, as well as this. Isn't it beautiful? Now I shrunk that down a little bit, but that blue is just stunning. Now these are a couple pages from a tiny little French book that I had that had a fake cover on it and no title page. So my French just isn't that good to try and decipher what it says, but I love that it had the old tape here, and you can see that the it was actually sort of, I don't know, hinged down or taped down, but yeah, it's really pretty. It's kind of almost like a rag. I don't know if it's a rag. So here's an idea I got from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. As I was watching her videos lately, her Canada journal, and now she's working on a blue book. Love it. But what she does is she sort of adds pages to pages to sort of give you more, maybe more room to write, or to be able to add more ephemera to the journal. So I just did that on there, and I thought that was really fun and really different, to be able to add more interesting things. This is from vintage gardening book that I think had 3 pictures in the whole book. This is from that composition notebook that I had pictured. This is what blueberries did to my tracing paper. And this is an old part of a legal document. I think it was a will, I think. And see, this is the part that had all of the different glue that held all of the pages together. I love that. And this is, what is this, Beatrix Potter? I think it is. So on this page, I had a big recipe card that I wasn't using for recipes. So what I've done is I've taken a piece from the kit, put it on the recipe card, but then did what was like in that little book there, made a hinge. So it acts as a separate page. It has a pocket here, and it has a pocket on the top. And this is a piece of an atlas that I've run through the dye machine, and then I waxed it. And it just, I don't know if you can see the little bit of shine from it. My doing these always end up, I go sideways. I'm a sidewinder. So this is just from a notebook that I coffee dyed the paper, but every page in the notebook has this beautiful rose design. So as we flip it, this is from part of this beautiful lace collar. And this is from Kathy at Greek Chick, a paper hoarder. And so I decided to, rather than keep everything and look at it every now and then, put it in a journal to be looked at a lot more. So this is part of the collar here, and this is another part of the collar here. So yeah, so I've just used that as an uptuck and added in this vintage envelope, and it's probably, I would say, 40s. It's going to Private Constable or Penticton, Clifton, 2nd Detachment in Oklahoma. So, and it's coming from France. So obviously somebody was stationed in France and mailed that letter over. So here's some vintage pages from a hymnal. This is from a book, I can't remember which one, but I had to use it for this. I think it might actually be from an old Horizons book. You know, they used to come out, I don't know how many times a year. I don't know if they were monthly. I think that's where it might be from. But yeah, really lovely. And there's the hymnal again. And so what I've done on this page, this is another page from that notebook that I coffee dyed. Here is, I just punched the edges, and then I've taken a place card, and I've just used one of these clips that I alcohol inked because it was silver, really shiny, and this is just a little bit of a ribbon that I've tied on it. And I've just used different pieces of paper and made the scrappy pad. Did somebody ever patent that name, or what do you call it when you choose a name? Is it patent? So here we have more, if it's Beatrix Potter, goodness gracious. So here's another piece of that legal papers. And here we have someone, a beautiful artist on Ko-fi, who I cannot at this point in time remember, had scans of a bunch of old playing cards. And this was one of them. And I just thought, E is for my daughter, Emily. So I thought it was really sweet. Similar colors to what's running through. Just added another little piece of those coffee dyed perm papers. And this is a part of a digital that I found that I was holding on to. This from Care2D, and I've just embossed it. And this is part of the FillingBookshelves kit. And here we have, this is an envelope that we'll see on the other side. And I don't know if this is, I'm thinking this says, does it say make? I don't know. I see what looks like piston. Then I think machine. So I'm wondering if this is like maybe from a garage or if this is someone's pay thing. I don't know. But anyway, it's old and it's ephemera and I like it. So here is, this is a first day cover. I'm not sure from what year this is because sometimes the dates are done differently. So I'm not sure. But I just love the little flower there. And then you can write on the back or tuck something in the pocket. Here's the blueberry trial. So we have a rusty paper clip with just some tiny ribbon here. And this piece I must have gotten in an ephemera kit that I had purchased somewhere, or it could have been in some of the things that my friend Heather from Marketplace just gives me. I'm thinking it must have maybe been in somebody's scrapbook at one time because it looks like it had been maybe attached to other items, but it is the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man. I said that very funny. And a church and a cemetery, but I love it. I love the worn edges and the color. It's just really an interesting piece. Oh, I'm not going to shove that back in. I don't want to wreck it. So this is part of the kit and it is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favorite pages. Just how daintily this flower goes across this beautiful writing. I've added just a tiny piece of crocheted trim on there to kind of like remind you that yes, you can flip it up. There is a lace pocket here. Another piece from the kit, just beautiful. And this is an authentic cabinet card, but unfortunately there's no advertising on the back, and I really wish there would have been. It's a really sweet picture of a couple, and when you see it up close, you see her hair is like so many tiny tight braids in there. So we got that there, and just some texture paste stencil here, some printed on some tracing paper there. On this old music sheet we have another lace trim pocket, and this is just a vintage postcard. I don't know from how old it is, but this postcard, just with its muted colors, just really struck me to match well with the rest of the items in here. So there's that music sheet. This is from a student's music study book where they were mapping out the different chords. And this is on how to make, do they call them band boxes? The wood boxes that they have, you know, right? Making bands for oval boxes, right? You know. Here we have some ledger from 1922. And here we have an envelope from 33. And I've just taken some, this is the back of an envelope. And I just love the blue in it. And then this stamp had the leftover envelope, blue envelope on it as well. And it just looked so good there. Here is my new favorite little thing. It's just this tiny little fabric, or probably tulle, little dangle there. So cute. So the envelope is obviously a pocket, and it's part of the kit, and it has tuck here and tuck here to add more little things there. And we have a book page, vintage book page. Here's another piece of the tuck right there or the lace collar, I'm sorry, making an up tuck. And here's another piece from the kit. Just the use of that flower there is just so beautiful. And here I just added a couple little beads to the strings there. And this is, I don't know how old this card is, but isn't it absolutely the sweetest little, I would love this kitty even though I'm allergic to it. And the card is embossed too. It's hard to tell, but oh, and look at the inside. It's from Uncle Will. And oh, so cute. A sunshine card. No money. That's okay. We love Uncle Will. So here I've taken a piece of a digital that I've waxed and used as a side belly band, if you call it that. And this is a picture from an old art book that I had laying around that I just thought, oh my gosh, these flowers are almost exactly the same flowers from there. So yeah, I thought she'd come and hang out in this little side tuck belly band. And I just took the extra pieces that I had from the ends and just tried to make a ruffle and just put them in with brads. So there's the book page. Here's the other side of that envelope, and I've just thrown in a little paper doily there. There's the ledger, the bandbox book. Say that 3 times fast, the bandbox book. And here's the other side of that music book, study book. Here's the music page. There's the tracing paper. And so we go into our third signature. And I think this is Natalie at Well Loved Journals. I'm pretty sure this is her page. And I love this page. If I could have 1,000,000 of these pages, I would be so happy. It's beautiful. And then I've just taken a cigar band. I couldn't find one that was pink, so we had to go with, can you see that? Yes, red. And oh, it's a beautiful digital. This is from a vintage stamp book. We have another blueberry experiment here. Now this is a vintage postcard. I'll pop it out from the top. Can I? Yes, I can if I just put something into it. Yes. But I love the flower, and it just has some writing on it. I think maybe these are the type where people write all about their stay in different places and take it home. It's just kind of a recording of it. So we just have a little key dangle there. And on the back here, we have a German book page, and I absolutely love the font on here. And the photo, it's almost like, who is this? What is this? Mastery. And we have a beautiful card here as well. May all your hours be winged with joy. I'm pretty sure it's Christmas. Oh, a bright and happy Christmas to you. 1904. Beautiful. I'm trying to read it. In Paris, London. And we have just another piece of fabric sample here. I love just the different textures all across this piece. Some tape there because I ripped it. Here's another coffee dyed paper. A little bit of vintage lace down here with a rusted safety pin. And here, I'm pretty sure this is probably from my friend Heather too. This is the Bulwark Brecon. And I'm not sure what it actually is. Is it like horse stables? I don't know, because there was nothing on the back, but beautiful colors in there as well. And this is from a book of old paintings. I'm pretty sure this was different Canadian artists. And we got just a little flower there. And James Patson Cooper, I think that's a Canadian artist. So we have a French book page that I've coffee dyed and stenciled. This is a tiny piece of the fabric that was holding the spine in. And here I've just taken some little charmy charms. I have a bunch of these letters. I think I told you last time. Well, J is for journal, not for anybody in particular. But I've sort of just kind of rusted it down and added a tiny bit of alcohol ink to that. And I'm going to be very careful here because this is dried flowers. They're not my dried flowers because this was a card made by someone in 1975. But yeah, I think are those maybe violets, and I'm trying to think. I know that flower, but it's just like not in my mind right now, but it could be a pansy. But look at this, is like, I don't even know what this is that they made the pot out of, but yeah. So this is tracing paper. I've printed out an antique document digital on it, but I wanted something that I could slip that into and be protected. So the bobby pin is holding that in there safely. And this is another page from the original book. So here's another almost a Nancy idea, but similar. I've taken a page from this Guide to Wells from, I don't know from when it is, a long time ago, but it had some beautiful advertising in it. So I thought I would add that there, and I think I left it open that there was more room for a pocket in there. So that's a page onto a page, and the middle is the same thing. So I've taken this, which would normally maybe be shoved in a pocket and you wouldn't be able to see it. I've added it right directly onto the page, and in here in the back, I just I've taken a bunch of old postcards that I had that I didn't really care about, but I thought maybe the stamps and the stamps were of some sort of interest. So this did interest me, and I thought just the blue would be nice. So here I did an old book page, and I ran it through a die cut. And this is just packing paper that I've made into a pocket, and I did a dotty on it. And this is part of a page from the Ladies' Home Journal for 1917. And it just had the sweetest little ad on there for Beech Nut brand peanut butter. And then on the back, it's interesting reading it. It's the things you usually throw away. And it's just saying how to like not throw things away, but how you can preserve them. And you know, spiced crab apples, grape butter. Really interesting. I really like it. And I thought she was just so cute that she needed to have her own little pocket there. And on the back is just another tiny bit of a stencil. But I love this page. This is just the book page. I just added a stamp down here. But this is a piece from the kit, and I just made it into a pocket. And here's another piece from the kit, and I love it. Isn't this beautiful? And this was something that I had printed off from somebody. I don't know which digital this was from a while back, but I zhuzhed it up. I added, this is a piece from the kit. I added it, just folded it in half and added some sellotape there on the back. Just a fussy cut of, and some lace, pieces of frayed lace, sorry. Just a fussy cut. This is a piece of the fabric spine holding with the fabric in, sorry. And this is just a piece of fabric that I had laying around, and I thought, let's just do a little jig because he was having a good time just hanging out there. And it just sort of sits right on there, just like that. So there's the book page. Here is the French book page that I had. That's just a piece from the, you see from the front cover. And here I had a, this was from like a piece of packaging. And I think I've done this once before where I collaged it, and then the existing holes that were in the kit from either brads or earrings or something, I've just sewn vintage buttons through it. This is another painting from the, yes, it's an art book from Canada. Another little tiny flower there. And this is another piece from the kit here. And then this is so you can reorder your Art Treasures of the World book. And just some Canadian ephemera there. And here is a letter from a hotel, from the Camfield Hotel in Colorado. This is a page from a vintage postcard book that was holding the postcards in, and this is just one of those little die cut things. There's the back of that. There's the stamp book. And here is the last page. It has a cute little bow on it. And on the back, just a little tiny piece of fabric. But this is a page from that newer well, not new, very old 1950s catalog that I got from that lady I just met and got the books from. She gave me all these books free. But yeah, it's just really cool, everything that was in that book. So there's a page there. And here is another page from the kit that is on our back plate. And there we go. And I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun making this one. This one was just, like I say, I don't do themes. I can do color, but I don't intend to start out doing color. It just sort of evolves. So this one will be in my Etsy shop soon. And it is Tuesday. Yes, it is. And we have another freezing rain warning for tomorrow. So mind you, the last freezing rain warning we had on the weekend, it went above us and below us and left us with nothing. There's videos I can see of Barrie, which is just to the south of us, and just damage everywhere. They even stopped mail delivery in Ontario for a day. So we lucked out, but sometimes it's fun just to get a little, I'd rather have a thunderstorm though. So we're going to get freezing rain. My mom is going to get snow, and my daughter is getting thunderstorms, and we're all in the same province. I love Ontario. I love Canada. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.